Good morning, guys. It's Thursday morning. It's absolutely beautiful morning. It's a 10 degree in South Australia in Adelaide. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at the sun. It's just beautiful. And it's my day 34 for my challenge for my weight loss. And what we're gonna talk about is today, before I start my challenge, I'm going to talk about how to use a Bitcoin. Since I've been into Bitcoin probably now 5 months, and the common question people ask, well, can I touch a Bitcoin? Or how can I use a Bitcoin, right? So I'm going to discuss a few things that, how can you, if you have a Bitcoin, how can you use a Bitcoin, right? So the first of all, probably I'll talk about a little bit some of the properties, the attributes of Bitcoin, which is we did discuss yesterday. The decentralization. Nobody controls Bitcoin. That's just the beauty of it. Like, no government, not a single person, no corporations, nobody. That's just the beauty of it. Like, anybody like, me and you, like, it's one of those things that nobody can control Bitcoin, right? The another thing is counterfeit. Like, any currency, whether it's a US currency or Australian dollars or Indian rupees or yin yang, all notes can be fake, right? Hey Sangasar, how are you? So all notes can be fake, but with the Bitcoin, that's eliminate everything. You cannot have a fake Bitcoin. Why? Because it's verified every transaction. When the transaction happens, it goes across all the computers in the network, and all those computers they run to verify that transaction. So there is no possibility of a counterfeit or a fake Bitcoin. That's just the beauty of it. And that's the one, like, a lot of countries that talk about, even England, like a pounds, like a people just bringing fake notes. Like India has a massive issue. What Modi did probably last year, because of the fake notes, he just, eliminate all the 500 rupees notes, But if you bring the Bitcoin in, you don't need to eliminate it. It's just gone, right? That's just the one straight out the benefit of it, right? The another benefit of storage, right? You don't need have you seen, like, probably you've seen in the banks, the big massive storage places. You don't need anything like that. That's all. Bitcoin is all you can store on in e-wallet. Like, it's all electronic. Like, you don't need a space at all, like, in your house or in the bank on the building. That's nothing to worry about, right? And another thing is it's a divisible. It's up to 8 points. Like, you can divide Bitcoin up to 8 points. A lot of people are worried about that, one Bitcoin is going expensive. Before I go further, anyway, guys, Bitcoin hit 1,500 US dollars, 1,500 USD. So in Australian, it hit 2,050 Australian dollar. This is just crazy, absolutely crazy. Because I bought a Bitcoin 5 months ago. Is it 4? Yes, 4 months ago, like in beginning of January. That time, the Bitcoin price was, how much was it? 1,050 Australian dollars. That was like near, so it's in 4 months it's been doubled, right? It's just, it's just gone crazy right now. It hit 15 USD ever high, like, in the history. That's just if you think about it, in 2008 it was a 1 cent, or have no value at all. 1 cent equal to Bitcoin. Right now it's a 1,500 USD. It's just absolutely beautiful, right? So apart from these things, right? Apart from these things that a lot of people ask, how can I use Bitcoin? Well, like, how can I buy stuff, right? It's pretty easy, guys. It's like, you know, it's a matter of understanding it. And you know, like if you live in Australia, there is a company called CoinJar, which is based in Melbourne. It's a company called CoinJar, which is based in Melbourne. What they do is they sell Bitcoin. They also have a debit card, which is a Visa debit card. So it's so what it means is basically you have a two account. One is a Bitcoin account, and another one is you got a like a normal you know, normal saving account or cash account. I would say a cash account, right? Harman, how are you, mate? A cash account. So they got a Bitcoin account, and then you got a cash account. So let's say you need $1,000 for the day. All you gotta do is let me put it into plain language, right? Like, you know how you have a net saver and then you have a saving account in a normal bank, right? So how do you do it? Like, all you do is, if you need in the saving, what do? You transfer the money from the net saver to the saving account, right? Similar thing, what you got to do in CoinJar, you got to transfer your Bitcoin on that particular day. How much is the Bitcoin on that particular day? You can just exchange, you can change it from Bitcoin wallet to the cash account, and then your Visa card is ready to use. You can buy anything you want. That's just fantastic, right? So is there any other countries, any other countries, right, in the world? All of the different countries have a different debit cards they use. That one of them, like a Zappo, is quite a popular, like a debit card, like you can use it. And another thing is, you know, you can buy anything with the Bitcoin from Amazon. Microsoft, we know, everybody knows Microsoft, right? Let's, 1 second, my arm hurts a little bit. Just gonna change it. All right. So in Microsoft, guys, you can buy anything with the Bitcoin. Bill Gates allowed anybody to buy with the Bitcoin. This is just fantastic. Another thing is, if you don't know, Japan actually legalized Bitcoin in Japan. Like authorities of the Japan, like they legalize in the country. So now, it used to be, I think 5,000 stores used to take Bitcoin. Now it's I think 57. I'm not mistaken, 57,000 or 47,000 retailers. They're going to accept the Bitcoin, which is fantastic, right? So and I also read a news on the other day. Indian authorities, they're ready to or on the verge to legalize Bitcoin in India as well. So the countries are understanding the potential of how it's going to change the world, right? So Japan already took the action and legalized Bitcoin in that country, right? Which is fantastic. And then we know that Japan is always advancing technology, always ahead of the game. And India is, I think India probably end of this month or whatever, they might legalize Bitcoin in there as well. It's just a huge, massive thing. Guys, if you haven't have a Bitcoin, just get onto it, mate. Get onto it. It's like, think about this way, 1 cent Bitcoin in 2008, right now 1,500 USD and 2,050 Australian dollars. That's how high the Bitcoin has gone. It's just fantastic. Guys, if you got a Bitcoin and nothing to worry about, you can use it like a normal money. You can buy anything you want. It's just a matter of getting understanding of the Bitcoin, what it is, how can you use it, right? Every country have a different cards. Like you just Google it, and then you can easily find out that which card you can use in your own country. So how can I buy a Bitcoin? It's pretty easy, right? And then another thing is, it's a universal currency. Like you don't need to worry about the carrying the different cash. Let's say I live in Australia, or somebody live in America. They come to Australia, they have nothing to worry about to actually convert the American money into the Australian money, right? So if they have the Bitcoin, they just come around here, they can just physically transfer the money from Bitcoin to the Australian dollars. They have nothing to worry about. The one I was talking about the coin jar, you can actually change into 3 different currencies, 3 or 4 I think. One is a USD, from Bitcoin to USD. Another one is Bitcoin to Australian dollars. The third one is Bitcoin to pounds, the UK pounds, and also I think euros. I'm not quite 100% sure, but these are the three currencies you can change it straight away in the coin jar, which is based in Melbourne. It's just fantastic, right? So if you don't have Bitcoin, right, go and buy Bitcoin, probably buy $100 off it, and then you'll see it growing, right? As I said, guys, I bought it 1,050 Australian dollars 4 months ago. Right now today's price is 2,050 Australian dollars, which is a high ever. It's just fantastic. Hey Michael, how are you, mate? Hey Jaggy, what's up, man? So guys, I pretty much I try to come on live every single day to give a little bit of depth about Bitcoin. Like I talked about it in detail yesterday. If you haven't watched the live yesterday, please go and check out my Facebook page. I talked about Ethereum as well. Ethereum is going crazy as well, absolutely crazy. I bought it for 10 USD 2 months ago. Right now it's Australian dollars 102 or 103 Australian dollars within 2 months, or less than, not even 2 months I guess. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy the way the cryptocurrency world is. Like I also talked about yesterday that it's not about money, that the money is going, like the value is going higher. It's the technology behind it. And I explained yesterday that Ethereum itself had more than 300 applications being built on Ethereum, and that's where when the usability get to the point where the different companies start. I mean, it's not even started yet. It's not even started yet, right? And another thing I want to talk about it. There's a Coinbase exchange which is based in UK. They started a application called Token. What this application is, it's Ethereum based actually. What this application does is, if you heard about it in WeChat in China, so what they do, half of the population in China, they pay through WeChat, right? So that's what Coinbase going to do. They are in the process of building the token. They're pretty much done. They already started on testnet, right? So WeChat you can only use in China, right? But with the Ethereum, like a token application, you can use it anywhere in the world. It's like you and me chatting. It's like a WhatsApp. You and me chatting, and then let's say I want to transfer some of the money to you, or in your e-wallet. I can do it straight away. Like, think about the trade. If you're doing a trade with the international, like a China or with India or with the New Zealand or US or anywhere, right? So you can pay. You don't need to think about the banking system, right? You got the Ethereum. You can use a token and you pay the money to the whoever the business you're doing with. It's just fantastic, right? So there's a lot of different applications that are coming up. Guys, have your eyes and ears open, and I try to explain to you as much as I can, right? It's not about go and buy it. It's all about understanding different cryptocurrencies that I also explained yesterday. It's the skeptical people are skeptical too. Like all the idea is we all are rejecting the idea, like we rejected in 1992, 1994 when the internet came through, right? like nobody believing the internet back in those days, right? Right now we can't live without the internet. I can't talk to you without the internet, right? So I'm in the basketball court and I'm going to play in 10 minutes like my basketball, and I'm talking to you guys like in a mass video with the internet. It's a similar thing with the cryptocurrencies. That's what's happening in the space. Go and find out, guys. Like, it's all about having understanding about cryptocurrencies, right? Once you understand it, you can buy it and you can trial it out, that how it works, right? It's all about understanding what sort of application being built on it, and then how it works under the hood, right? So if you're having any question, flick me through, I will try to answer it. And oh god, mom, guys, I'm gonna play. It's my day 34, right? I'm going to play basketball in 5 minutes, right? So I thought before I start doing my basketball challenge, which is do it every single day, different activity, that's cycling or basketball, or then I try to come on live to talk about cryptocurrency. I love it. I love the technology. I love that how the government can't control these disruptive technologies. Guys, Commonwealth, if you live in Australia, Commonwealth already using a Ripple on the back end. ANZ, I already talked yesterday, ANZ invested in Coinbase, not directly in Bitcoin, but Coinbase is a exchange of Bitcoin. They invested it like it's not, I'm just talking about it. I did a research. They actually invested in 2015, right? Right, guys, so I'm gonna go and play right in a minute. So guys, I was 105 kilo man 3 months ago. Right now I'm 94.5 kg. So this month challenge is to shred, go up to 90 kg, and I'm gonna crush it, absolutely crush it. Always remember, Bursha and Bitcoin, uncontrolled man. Love you guys, and you guys have a fantastic day. I'm going to play basketball. Cheers, guys. Thank you.